trying to close these pop-ups, all this stuff that keeps going on here. Hello, everybody. Jax West from Stephen Avery Project, Justice with Jax, MAM Gossip. I'm really tired all of a sudden in the last hour or whatever. So this won't be any longer than an hour today of just discussion. We won't be doing calls. I think I just want now to just lay down and do nothing. And hello, Kat, who is number one. Okay, sorry. I'm getting distracted by messages, texts, and blah, 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 everything I'm getting. So, and hello, Jennifer. So, what to talk about today? I guess I want to talk about the rally and bullshit that surrounds it. And I'm freezing right now, too. That probably adds to why I'm tired. If you're not somebody, I don't have my microphone by me. Hello. Hello, Ellie and Melissa and Sierra. If you're not somebody who likes gossip or drama, or you're just an Avery family suck up, this is not the place for you. Katya. I'm just going to give things to you straight the way I always do. The rally came about after me going to Manitowoc and meeting up with Kim Ducat and Courtney. I'm glad, Jennifer. And hello, Peggy and Teresa. Now, and Audrey. Courtney and Kim have been part of this Making a Murder community in different circles than I. And hello, Patty and Samantha. You know, they do things on Twitter, and I don't. And Courtney is a researcher. I mean, I do research. Hello, China. I've done research. Um, but you know, I don't identify as a researcher. Hello, Sonia. And so they wanted to do this rally because the ones that Carla and Nana thumbs up, yes, and hello, Elizabeth. The ones that Carla has organized so far is not really welcoming to all. And hello, William. And Courtney especially really wants to bring everybody who is part of this community together. And I sucked it up and had even said in videos, you know, that everybody were welcome as long as you are a supporter. And that stands. You know, I don't own the sidewalk. It wouldn't have run anybody off. But I am not of the belief that we're all going to hold hands and sing Kumbaya together. I have no need for people like Carla or Richard McAdams or any of those people to be a part of anything that I organize. Hello, Andrea and Debbie. These are people who have just shown time and time again that they are in this for themselves and not in support for the guys. Thank you to everybody who sends me screenshots. Hello, Lisa. That sends me screenshots when people are talking shit. So like, if you notice the beginning of this video, I put my hand here because that's something Carla posted as, I guess, supposed to be some slam on me, that a still from me, from the one of the videos I did this weekend. My finger was like this. Ooh, I'm so embarrassed. I I I whatever. Um and then I have seen tweets from both Richard McAdams and what's his face? The Hoodnot, however you say his name, where they're playing the martyr and saying that having a rally during a pandemic is not a good idea, blah, 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 blah. There's such good people that care about the welfare of others. And I see Carla has made something too on claiming, their June rally, blah, 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 pandemic, blah, 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 blah. Currently, people are allowed to socially distance and to be in public together, especially outdoors. If you are 6 feet apart outdoor, you do not have to have a mask on. Well, you don't have to have a mask on regardless, but you're outside. Okay? So I really hope I don't hear of Carla or Richard McAdams, who, he goes by Eric Goes or whatever you want to call his weird screen name. I'm never somebody that has to hide behind a screen name, so you've got my name, so I'm not going to pretend to be a name that I'm not. So Richard McAdams and Mark could not. I really hope you don't go in any stores or have people over to your homes or anything like that. When you want to, yeah, and there's Katya. I wonder how those people go shopping for their food. I'm hoping you don't go anywhere when you want to say that a rally outside is bad during the pandemic. And I know Richard McAdam, I guess, is planning to go to Wisconsin in October to go to some motorcycle gang rally thing. I don't know the details on it, nor do I care, because I really don't care about um his phony life when he wears their stuff when he's not a part of their motorcycle gang. But it's always been predicted that a second wave was going to be coming, so we're in the eye of the storm right now. So you're actually better off, if you're doing anything outside of your home, to be doing it now, not in October. So so I really hope we don't happen to see him in Wisconsin in October during this pandemic, unless he thinks it's going to poof all of a sudden go away. So these people want to seem like they're good, and it's just because we care about people why we're not having anything to do with this rally. That's bullshit. I would respect it way more if they said, we fucking hate that girl and aren't going to have anything to do with her. That's honest. And I get it, because I don't like them and I'm not going to their things. I've told you guys all over the years that I think their Mammothon thing is dumb. It's just another way that they're trying to make money off of subscribers, and they're putting ads on their YouTubes and blah blah blah, all dumb. So I've never told people not to go. You do you, boo. I don't care. I think their stuff is stupid and I'm going to have no part of it. And I'm not going to promote it. So I don't expect them to promote an event that I'm a part of. But they should just come out and say Um, and not give the bullshit of, oh, it's because of the virus that about the rally. It's just stupid. And like I said, I hope they don't, go out in public ever, because we were outside. Everybody had access to masks. We didn't wear them. Um, but I did have it with me. I have a face shield too, Debbie. I have a face shield. I have masks. So, but I was being all nicey nice, which isn't my typical, because it's something that Kim and Courtney really wanted. They wanted to try and bring all these people together. So, all right, I'll just be quiet. For the most part, I'll be quiet. And if those people wanted to come, they could come. I told you, bring it all. As long as they're not a guilter. And I would classify Carla Chase as a guilter. So anybody who is going to be an admin of a group that says Stephen and Brendan are guilty, and have people who say Stephen and Brendan are guilty and that Dolores should die, that's a guilter. Whether or not your maiden name is Avery, you're a guilter. You give yourself the nickname of family spokesperson, but you're a guilter. Our rally was for supporters. So there you have it. But so I've been sent those couple of things where they're using the virus as an excuse. And then I also see there's some chick on Twitter. Like I said, I don't do Twitter, but some chick on Twitter who's making fun of the rally pretty hardcore, as well as the Foul Play Discord. Because I know they removed their Facebook page or whatever, but I was sent screenshots of Discord where they're making fun of the rally because we didn't have a big turnout. But actually, one would say our turnout is bigger than the ones the family does, because it actually had supporters there, not just Avery family. But it's not about the numbers. It's just about showing support. We had the two different press people show up, whoever those were. We had people who drove past honking and giving the thumbs up. We decorated our cars as we drove, and so we drove from the hotel to Waupun, then the Waupun to Oshkosh, then Oshkosh back to the hotel. So all those people that we passed with our messages of support for Stephen and Brendan. We had, from the event being posted on the public page, Stephen Avery Project, we had a Hallbach reach out that I talked to. We had countless people who were posting pictures that of signs they made. And oh my God, Miley, yours cracked me up. Your mom's a hoe. Oh my God. And then I also was happy to have met the people that did come and stayed at the hotel, that we had some quality time hanging out at the restaurant, especially on Saturday nights. Erica. Especially Saturday night, since it took an hour to prepare a salad. And that's why our live on Saturday night ended up getting pushed so late. Oh, and Dano too. Yours was fabulous. You and your daughter from so far away. Just love it. And then that's something that Christopher did. Christopher, who's one of the moderators here, came up with doing the sign contest. That's all Christopher, where he's going to be picking some winners or whatever. I don't know. I just go with it. Um um we also met nice people who came just to the rally, came to Waupun, and so we got to chat a little bit there. It was so freaking hot. Oh my lordy, was it hot. Um but I think we did a good thing. And we had fun. And we were showing support for Stephen and Brendan. Sorry. See, I'm getting too many people who are messaging me stuff and texting me stuff right now. um we also I donated $100 to Steven's commissary and $100 to Brendan's commissary. And I know it's a question somebody had, will they get that full amount? I don't know how that works. I was charged like $4.95 or something like that for each transaction, so it was four, per, each one had a four something, whatever charge. So I'm hoping it means both guys get their $100. And the shirts and masks and stuff did not sell where there was a whole bunch of money to send to them. So I just bumped both up to $100 and did that money this weekend online. I've posted the screenshot of after I did it to try and prove to people that I did that. I've also got the email still saved too if I need to show that. Not that I, that it matters, but all these years I'm constantly accused of stealing money. So I'm a little bit overkill on trying to show I did this. My dogs are barking their heads off right now. Sorry, distracted. Squirrel. So we still have masks that are available if people want to buy the masks that were $10 each that just say, the rally thing. But, I'm not going to be pushing this stuff hardcore. And same thing with the shirts. I'm not gonna keep pushing it. I made them available because for shirts, people have talked about wanting shirts before, like this one. But actually, Jeff had made the Vagina Bat shirt in gray, the people that ordered them, because you don't quite see it as well on this shirt as you do on a gray shirt. So, but people have asked about shirts. There's Christopher, July 31, 2021, rally for Stephen. Yes, because I did say we'll plan for the final Saturday in July for next year if Stephen isn't free by then. But knock on wood that we won't need a rally and Stephen and Brendan will be home. Don't know what we would do next year, in that there really isn't a good way you could do anything at Brendan's prison. You have 1 minute remaining. Because there's no public sidewalks, and thanks to Brad Dassey calling the prison and giving them the heads up that we were coming to do a rally there, they were waiting for us and told me that we couldn't be on their property. So we would have to discuss what we would want to do next year. If we just do something that's at Waupun, since that's public sidewalk, you can be way close to the prison, easy parking, and just decorate cars and signs. That also includes Brendan. I don't know, but it's a whole year away. And hopefully we don't have to do it at all because he'll be free. No matter what is said about me, we will continue advocating for Stephen and Brendan, both on Stephen Avery Project, which I need to remind people of that Stephen Avery Project is just about the case. So all this stuff that I'm talking to you about right now, I would never say on Stephen Avery Project because those people don't want to hear any of this shit. So on both Stephen Avery Project and then in here in MAM Gossip, where then I talk shit, we're always going to be advocating for Stephen and Brendan. Dano, I think Brad is about Brad. Anything to promote him. And so I think he wanted that prison to think he was organizing this event and he was going to be recording his radio show or whatever the hell that thing is. I've never paid any attention to it. On what that is. So I don't think he did it maliciously. I think he did it just thinking about himself. And then once he was told that he wouldn't be able to film there, then that's when he had something else to do and didn't come at all then. The whole thing, though, was very odd to me, considering my birthday is July 3rd. And Brad had reached out to me on my birthday and said on his radio show he always mentions people's birthdays. And did he, should he mention my birthday? And I said, you do what you want, but your followers would not be happy with you saying it was my birthday. So I'm not understanding why he didn't reach out to me at all on this. We have had conversations over the years, so it's not like he doesn't know me or whatever. So that's just weird to me. And the way it was worded to me at Oshkosh, I cannot remember if they said leader or organizer, but they said, we've already talked to your leader or organizer and informed Brad Dassey that you can't be here. This is private property and we are closed. And so if Brad knew that, why wouldn't he reach out and say, well, I'm sure it's because he doesn't want me to go, what the fuck? Why did you call the prison? Oh, sorry, Carla. I'm putting my finger by my mouth, by my nose. Screenshot it. Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. Happy birthday, Melissa. So next year, I think then would just be Waupun, I toyed with when Oshkosh was canceled if we then went over to the salvage yard. uh um so who knows where we'll go. Oh, now I'm getting an idea that would be pretty cool, but I can't say it because if I organized it, I can't put it on here because hi Carla, I don't need people trying to cock block it. That would be a funny event though, if it could happen. Anyway, so if I hear from Steven or Brendan, I don't expect to, for them to say anything about this event or your donation, because it's not my donation. It's money that came in from shirts and masks, so it's the money that you guys sent. So it's your money. um I'll let you guys know. No, Jamie, I'm not going to do any calls today. I'm just like wiped. I think it's still from the weekend. I don't know, because I didn't just chill yesterday, and now today I've done a bunch of work all day. So I think I'm going to spend the rest of the day, when I'm done with this video, just laying on the couch staring at the TV. Oh, Rebecca, can we do a virtual one at Christmas to keep the boys? Yeah, we could do something interesting um for Christmas. Yeah. And come up with ideas too. We'll take your ideas. You can send it to me in secret. Yeah. Secret destination, Audrey. Um Carla will sure have a GoFundMe Christmas for the family. Ugh. Um yeah, cat. Yeah. Um but that's a whole year away. But in the meantime, we'll continue doing here what we've always done is, we'll cover the case, the people in here that are researching and tearing things apart, keep questioning things. If there's any filings or, anything that happens, we'll discuss those. We'll continue going through those phone calls when I'm not tired and lazy. Now I'm going to yawn. Brett, something we absolutely could do is, like what was done the first year, that we had rallies all over the world at the same time on the same day. So we could do that for next year, July. Or anytime we do something. To a raffle. To get Barb a new truck. Yeehaw. But so the stuff will die down now that the rally is over. Because we've had these cycles over the years where it's constant fighting and then years of nothingness. So if nothing is going on with the case, in Stephen's case, we're stuck waiting for the court, which they don't have a time limit, so that could drag on for years. Brendan's at a standstill. Don't expect anything to really happen with his case. No, Carolyn, I'm not going to be doing any Brendan calls tonight. I'm tired, so this is just a gossip bullshit bitch fest that I'll be ending shortly and then going and laying down. So hopefully there will be no drama and it will just do our usual. Tina's asking about Melissa and Marnie. I don't have any contact with Marnie any longer, because the person who founded the WMP Justice Review kicked me out, which Carla is then lying to people and saying because Marnie's found out the true me like everybody and has cut me off. That's not what happened. So I don't have any contact with Marnie. Melissa, I email with all the time, and Melissa's prison is on lockdown again because there has been more cases of COVID there. So, but Melissa's going to be starting a new job. The job she had at the prison, she's been doing for like 3 years, which is unheard of. You don't usually stay in the same job that long. They rotate them around. But Melissa did such a good job and her boss liked her so much that she was able to keep that job. So she's supposed to be starting a new job, but now they're on lockdown again. So she's kind of miserable, But she also has Shark Week. Did that just happen or is going to happen? She mentioned something to me about Shark Week. Melissa loves Shark Week. So, yeah. Um, yeah, I saw somebody post that sweaty sweat sweat. Did you guys see the sign at the rally that the one person's husband had drawn the sweaty sweat sweat? It was a really good sign. Yeah, that they moved to California. He's so gross. He's so gross. It's still in my car. I haven't cleaned my side windows. On one of my windows, I wrote arrest Kratz. Still there. I need to clean my car. uh, I think there will be continued drama the more calls we listen to. Oh, I didn't think of that, Teresa. They will have to refute the calls as more evidence comes to light through the calls. Yeah, it was Jennifer's sign. Yep. Um. Oh, and Buting posted the rumor. Buting and Kratz really don't like each other. Mm-hmm. So, but um, I have 3 jobs now that I still have to get it figured out on what my daily schedule is going to be. And so once I figure out for sure these are the days I'm going to be doing the job stuff, I'm going to count doing the Brendan calls as job number 4 or whatever. So hopefully there'll be set day times that we're doing those calls. So, but I got to get my schedule figured out. And now also I'm waiting to hear back from the dentist to get an appointment with the dentist because over the weekend I cracked a tooth and now yesterday part of it came out. So I have to go to the dentist whenever they're going to get me in there. But yeah, I didn't think of that. Yeah, the calls will, especially if there's calls that piss me off, and then I put them on Stephen Avery Project for people to hear. Um, because some of those calls are just infuriating. Um, yeah. So, but like I said, sorry, I'm just not feeling up to it to and I'm supposed to be working on one of my jobs right now. That's on I was doing it for like the hour leading up to this, but um so I should be doing a work that I've been paid to do, but I just don't want to do anything. So, but I figured I would hop on here and talk a little bit more about the rally and the stuff that has happened around it as I keep getting sent more screenshots of people talking shit. So, whatever. We had fun. Don't regret it. Would do it again. And you guys were fun as well watching as your pictures went up that you had made. And then, oh my God, when we were doing the debrief from my room and they were doing the movie outside in the parking lot, which then ended up not happening. Because I know there were people waiting to see what movie they showed, but they ended up so they must have not been able to figure out some technical difficulties, and the blow up screen came down, and there was no movie for the night. So, and I ended up I didn't sleep really well when I was there. So on that Sunday morning, I woke up at 4 in the morning and I stayed in bed and tried to fall back asleep. And by 5 a.m., I still hadn't fallen back asleep. So I just got up and I was on the road by 5:30. Um, so yeah, so I haven't, even though we weren't partying to all hours. I didn't sleep really well. while I was there. So I'm sure that adds to just being wiped. um Hello, Melissa. Yep, cat haters gonna hate. I don't care. As I say, if you don't have haters, you're not doing it right. So I think I'm going to end this now. Probably put it on pajamas. It's only, what time is it here? Oh my god, it's only 3:35 here. Cat making. I just saw actually cat at a dollar store that I was at. It's one around here that's called Five Below. I don't know if everybody has Five Below, but they had make it yourself face masks now. The people below you are making too much noise. You're probably right, Audrey. They really were big party animals. It was so annoying. let's let's slap Barb. Well, that's good going over your face too. Bitch slap. That's how I feel, Charlene. I'm in Illinois, and especially in Chicago, they want you wearing a mask even when you're outside. And oh, there go Carla. I did that on my nose again. Um, I go for hikes every weekday, so I was out this morning. That's probably another reason why I'm so drained because it was still such a high humidity here today. So just drained from that too. But it's like, so I go to an arboretum. There's an arboretum in my town that I have a membership to. And so when I'm hiking on the trails, I'm not wearing a mask. Well, what is it right now? It's only 81 here right now because they did say our humidity was going to drop this afternoon. Um, but it's like I'm hiking and I'm not coming within 6 feet of anybody. So I carry a mask with me if need be, but I'm not going to wear a mask. I'm outside. I'm not somebody who thinks COVID's a hoax or any of that stuff. It's very real and there are people dying. I get it, you know, and I get that you wear a mask because you're keeping others safe. I get all that. But if I'm outside, I'm going to stay 6 feet away from you. And if you're going to come within 6 feet of me, well, that's you. I don't know. So I don't want to get on that soapbox and that rant. I just want to go to sleep now. Tina, yeah, if I'm still feeling icky in a few days, you should get tested. Yeah. Um, I know I really need to get tested. Here in Illinois, it's free too, and drive up and everything. And I really need to go. Oh, that's something too for Richard McAdam and Mark Hoodnott and Carla and all you to remember. Before they have people over at their house, they need to be quarantined for 14 days first. You want to be all safe with the virus. Can't just have somebody come over to your house. They've got to be quarantined for 14 days. Um, Sorry to sound like an asshole, but when people want to try and use that as some stupid excuse, just say you don't like me and don't want to do anything that I have a part of. Cause that's what I'm gonna say about you. I'm not gonna have any come up with some stupid lame old excuse. I wear a mask on in the stores. Um, but as soon as I walk out of the store, I take it off. Shut up, Sonia. We're not going there. I'm going to sleep. So, and Jeff works late tonight, so I could get a good nap in before he comes home in like 5, 6 hours. So, all right. I'm really going to go now. Sorry, people who wanted me to do phone calls. I'm just really not up for it. I work on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 2 to 4. So chances are I would not be doing it on Tuesday or Thursday. And then Wednesday, I have a lunch, but maybe I could do something after on Wednesday. Not sure. Um, but I'll give y'all a heads up. Thank y'all for joining me today. Sorry that it was just a bitch fest and not the calls, but we'll get to it. And thank you everybody who came to the rally, who came to the hotel, who posted your signs, um, who came up with chants, even though we didn't do chants. Oh, listen to what my dumbass did. So I have a bullhorn because, without having a bullhorn that I even checked, so I'm like, oh, my bull. I can't be a real activist. So we didn't do any chants. But I also was just so hot and yuck. I'm like, I can't shout. Paula, or you could run back to Wisconsin and get cheese curds for Jeff. There's a place, Google it. There's a place called Mars, like the planet, Mars Cheese Castle. That's in Kenosha, Wisconsin. So it's right off the highway on my way to and from the Manitowoc area. That place has the best cheese. And Jeff so wanted me to stop there and get it, but since I left so early on Sunday morning, I'm passing the castle when they're closed. So, they weren't open yet. So he didn't get any cheese curds, but we did get it at the restaurant. They're not Mars cheese curds, so they weren't nearly as good or as fresh. But if you go to Wisconsin or Chicago, because I'm Chicago suburb, but Mars Cheese Castle is only about a 45-minute hour drive from me. So that needs to be a destination for you, is the Mars Cheese Castle. They've got a restaurant in there. They've got souvenirs, um, old school candy. There's a bakery in there. All this different alcohol. So weird different alcohol, honey, hot sauce. Oh, Stephanie, now you come on right as I'm leaving. um, so Mars Cheese Castle, you need to go. Krista, does anyone have a graph or something of who is who in the families? I get lost sometimes. I've talked about that. That one day, what I'll do is I've got a whiteboard, so I'll put a whiteboard behind me and we'll draw it out. Who is connected to who. So, all right. Now I'm really gonna go and go lay down like a slug, maybe, because now a friend of mine is saying she's sending her son to stop at my house and pick something up. So I guess I have to wait for him to get here. But okay, I'm out. I will. Well, now you'll be able to watch it, Ann, because I'm ending it, so you'll be able to watch it from the start. I will let y'all know when I have figured out when we will go on next to go back to the Brendan jail calls. Because, we're like halfway done with those. So we need to buckle down and get those done. Because I'm sure there's more precious gems in there that we need to hear. So, yes, Sonia. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. You don't have to go home. Well, you can stay here in MAM Gossip. You just won't be on live. You'll be on Memorex.